Hello, Sagittarius. What up? This is Tarot Me Please coming at you for a general reading for all my Sagittarians out there for the week starting March 20th, 2023. I'm going to lay down your cards. I've already pre-shuffled. And as I lay down the cards, I am asking for the universe to let the energies flow from all my Sages out there through these cards. Let your energy be absorbed by these cards. Let them give you clarity and guidance, truth, and help you fulfill your life's purpose, Sagittarius. Right? That's what I'm talking about. All right. Without further ado, let's start flipping the cards. Sagittarius, what is your energy going to be this week? Ooh, working hard. That's the 10 of Wands card. That has to do with you being hard at work and feeling stressed, feeling the responsibility of all that work, and feeling burdened. So you've been feeling overwhelmed, Sagittarius, because you are, very high in the totem pole as far as like your work duties and stuff, and you've been trusted with a lot of work and projects and everything, and they are heavy. And you're like, okay, well, when can I finally put these 10 wands down and relax a little bit, because I'm feeling stressed out. I'm feeling the burden of responsibility here. So that's what I see for your energy this week, Sag. What is the energy that's going to be crossing you? That's the devil, if you couldn't figure that out by the picture. It's either a Capricorn in your life right now, Sagittarius, because that's the Capricorn energy, and or it's unhealthy attachments. That's a major arcana card. The devil has to do with, perhaps addiction, secrecy, obsession, cheating, dependency, materialism, powerlessness, abuse. So it's basically, if it's not a Capricorn, then it's an unhealthy addiction. So we're talking about alcohol, we're talking about drugs, we're talking about smoking, we're talking about an unhealthy addiction to a person, being obsessed with a certain person, or obsession with money, or, just stuff that doesn't take you to your higher good. It doesn't really serve you. And so if it's not a Capricorn in your life, and if it is the unhealthy attachment, then what is it? What is it, Sagittarius, that you're kind of tied to? You're not really tied to it permanently. It's like you feel that you can't overcome it, but you can, is what this card is trying to tell you. And you should. Okay? Let's look at your recent past, Sagittarius. That's the Ace of Wands. So the Ace of Wands, we're talking about work. We're talking about work and projects and movement. The Ace of Wands talks about inspiration and a creative spark, enthusiasm, confidence, new passion, energy. So it's very likely that you are very talented. I mean, I said that before, that, you're at the top of the totem pole. You've been trusted with some very major projects at work. And it's no wonder, because you are a creative person. You know how to make things happen, So this creative spark is something that you likely had at work. Could be something else, but you could have had it at work, and it just says what a creative person you are. So was it a new idea for a campaign, or a new idea for a product, or Something. Something that you had recently. Um, let's now look at your immediate future, Sag. All right, that's the Nine of Pentacles. So that's the card of financial gain. And it doesn't surprise me because if you are, have been trusted with the company's major campaigns or projects, it makes sense that you are rewarded with the financial gain. That that reward or that result or that prize, you know. The Nine of Pentacles specifically talks about just your efforts being rewarded and success and luxury, achievement, material security. So you're in good shape when it comes to like money. And you already know that, because you've been a hard worker all your life, right? Okay, what is going to be on your conscious mind? Okay, you are thinking that you are stagnant, that you're kind of stuck, that you're not really moving or progressing. And I'm willing to bet that you're like thinking, when can I put these 10 wands down? I seem to be in this cycle of hard work and burning the midnight oil, and and it's very overwhelming. Even though it's financially rewarding, still the stress of it is getting to you. And you're thinking, well, when am I going to have like a breakthrough moment where I can, take a load off, literally put these 10 wands down and not feel so stressed out and burdened. Yeah, so you're kind of in a period of, I'm not going to say you're in a period of stagnancy, although you may feel that way, but the Hanged Man card talks about you feeling trapped and confined, you feeling that, there's uncertainty ahead, like you don't have, like there's a lack of direction, like you need to release something, you need to let go of something. So you haven't felt that you could put these 10 of wands down yet. You're still carrying them around, which has been a burden on you. Whether it's work or something else. Most likely it's work though. It's like you're ready for a change. And you're trying to see the way out. Yeah. Okay. What is the energy that is influencing you, your thoughts, your actions, although you may not be aware of it, Sag? Ace of Pentacles, another ace card. So the Ace of Pentacles talks about, the money stuff, the material stuff. Ace of Pentacles talks about, a new job or prosperity, new job opportunities, new resources, financial resources. So in the back of your mind, you're like, ugh, I need a new job. I need a new job, or I need a raise. I need a change. I need, to put these wants down, for God's sake, and maybe a different job with the same amount of financial security will come my way. But see, you're not thinking about it in your waking hours, Sagittarius. In your waking hours, you're like, okay, I'm stuck in this job. But in the back of your mind, you're like, okay, I need a new job. I'm going to go look for a new job. But you haven't put it into action yet. And I'm wondering why you haven't put that into action. If this job has been too stressful for you and burdensome and, too many responsibilities, whatever, and you're feeling stagnant, well, why don't you look for a new job, Sagittarius? Is there something that's tying you to your current job? Is there some sort of loyalty that is at play? You feel you'd be betraying your employer if you looked for another job and left? This Remember I said a few minutes ago, this unhealthy attachment, it's like you feel like you're tied to something and you can't move away from it. Well, it very well might be that you feel tied to this job or tied to this employer or tied to the money that it brings you, and you can't find a way to break away from this job, this situation. But the universe is telling that you can with this devil card, because the chains that you feel are around you, Sagittarius, they're not really confining you. You can break free from these chains. It's all in your head, really. And it's no wonder that in the back of your mind you're thinking, I wish I had a new job. I wish I had another job. I wish I could just ditch this job. Yeah. Yeah, you need to find the courage, the nerve to look for another job, to leave this job. I don't know what your situation is with this job as far as, who your employer is, if it's a friend, if your employer is actually a close friend or a family member that you feel like you can't break away from, but you can. And this thing here in the back of your mind, like wishing you had a new job, I mean, doesn't that tell you? Because what's in our unconscious is what we frequently, what's in our unconscious is what we truly desire, as opposed to what's in our conscious. What's in our conscious is what our hearts and minds allow us to feel. But this is what we really feel deep inside. But for some reason, we're afraid to express it. So yeah, you're wishing for a change in employment. Okay, so let's look now at your hopes and fears, Sag. Okay, that is a hope. The Empress, another major arcana card, talks about abundance, and could be motherhood. Could be you're hoping to be a mother, or you're hoping to get pregnant. But also the Empress energy is nurturing and very feminine, very natural, very harmonious, fertile, sensual, focused on beauty and art, focused on, giving birth to, if not a person, then giving birth to new ideas and possibilities. And so that's obviously in your hopes, Sagittarius. Some of you may even be hoping for a child, hoping to get pregnant or hoping to adopt or something like that. There's something about motherhood here that I'm sensing. I'm sensing some of you are hoping to be mothers in one way or another. Yeah. You might also be hoping for your own mother, whether she's passed on or she's somewhere far away, not living close to you, but you might also be thinking about, your actual mom and hoping that she was with you. Yeah. Let's go to your influence on this job situation now. Ooh. Okay, that's the Three of Swords. You could tell from my gasp. I don't really like that card, but hey, it is what it is, right? The Three of Swords has to do with heartbreak and separation, grief, stress, sadness, sorrow, loss, tears, trauma. I mean, who loves this card? I don't know anybody who loves this card. And it could be that you are, I don't know, you're heartbroken about something here. Maybe you haven't been able to get pregnant, or you haven't been able to adopt, or you're missing your own mother, something like that. I'm feeling it's something like that, having to do with the mother. Or your mother has passed on, or you can't be close to your mother geographically, something about the mother here. You've been heartbroken about that. And if that relates to your job, You know, maybe it's like you wish your mother were still here to help you, you know, make a decision about your job or give you support of some sort. Um, you know, because you haven't been happy with this job. You haven't. It's caused you anguish, this job. May have been, you know, financially rewarding, but that's not everything, is it? You know, maybe you are stressed out to the point where you have to take medication for panic attacks. Maybe you can't relax. Maybe your life is not your own. Maybe you're spending too much time working and not having enough time for everything else, you know? We don't we don't live to work. We work so that we could live. So maybe there's an imbalance there with your time working and your, you know, and your time enjoying life. Okay, let's now look at the external influence on this trajectory here. I'm gonna close that window. Uh, that's what I get for buying a place next to the train tracks. Okay, um, external influence. The King of Wands. Okay, another Wands card. Wands, Wands, Wands. I'm thinking that this may be your boss, Sagittarius, your employer, or like your supervisor or something. This is the person who's going to be influencing how you deal with this job situation. The King of Wands is a boss, is a leader. The King of Wands is a visionary. The King of Wands takes control. He's bold, or she, daring, makes decisions. Yeah, has a lot of vision. So that's what leaders need to have, right? Like employers, they need to have vision. They need to be bold. They need to lead with confidence, you know. And I feel that this is your boss telling you don't go. I'll offer you more money, Sagittarius. I'll do this. I'll sweeten the deal. Just don't go. I need you. You know? And so maybe you feel a certain loyalty to this boss because maybe he's been there for you in bad times and you feel like, you know, you owe him. I don't know. But he's going to be trying to influence your decision to stay or to leave. And that's like, you know, being between a rock and a hard place. It's like, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't, you know? But, yeah. Okay, so finally, what's going to show up for your final outcome, Sagittarius? What's going to happen? Okay, so that ain't so bad. That's the Six of Pentacles card. That's the give and receive. That's the generosity card. The Six of Pentacles talks about charity and support, material help, gratitude, giving. So you know how I said that, you know, you feel that you owe this King of Wands, your boss, because he's helped you in your darkest hour and, you know, you feel loyal towards him. You feel like you need to be faithful to him and stay and everything. Well, that kind of ties into this card here because here's a person who, a person who gives to another person, you know, who helps another person. It might not even be financial. It could be some sort of other kind of help, but nevertheless, giving and receiving help, you know. So, man, I wish I could say whether or not you leave that job, whether or not you find the courage to leave that job. But in any case, it's good energy in the final outcome because somebody is giving help and the other person is receiving the help that they need. I don't know if that's you or if that's you, but in any case, it's good energy because the universe doesn't want you to hold too tight onto anything. You know, the universe wants you to have confidence that whatever is meant for you will come to you, will not leave you. So the universe wants resources, material resources to be circulated, you know? And that's what is happening right here in this card, in your final outcome, Sagittarius. So, and I'm wondering if this Capricorn is your boss. If your boss is a Capricorn. Because this is the energy that you're having to deal with right now. But anyway, that was your reading. Sagittarius, I hope some, if not all, resonated with you. And if it did, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Tarot me, please. It was a pleasure. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you have an even greater week ahead. Take care.